America has bombed Yemen over 800 times, and the US said they've, quote, killed hundreds of Houthi fighters and numerous Houthi leaders. Today, the US released a statement saying that since they started their 24/7 bombing of Yemen, they've struck over 800 Houthi targets. Although it's worth knowing, according to Yemen, between 500 and 1,000 civilians have also been killed in that time by the US bombing. To add to that point, you might remember, but a few weeks ago the US bombed an oil facility in Yemen, whilst the oil factory workers were still inside. The US said they did this because the oil factory was providing oil to the Houthis, but possibly 100 civilians were killed in that one strike alone. I made a video on it if you haven't seen it. Something important though, the US has kind of changed their view towards these attacks on Yemen, and it seems like the US is unofficially at war with Yemen now, a little bit like what happened in Iraq. A few days ago, the US said, quote, "We will continue to ratchet up the pressure on the Houthis." But something the US did say, which is quite surprising, is that they, quote, "won't be revealing specifics any longer," which means that they're going to be carrying out airstrikes on Yemen without telling the public what they're doing. Now it's worth knowing, as I said before, that the official reason the US is doing this is to stop the Houthis from attacking cargo ships in the Red Sea. But the unusual part, as I've also said, is that the Houthis haven't attacked a cargo ship in at least 6 months, since last November, which was long before the new President Trump took office. Of course, I'm unbiased in these videos, but it does seem weird how the US is so interested in Yemen when there doesn't seem to be any benefit to attacking Yemen. But as usual, you can leave me a follow for some more global news like this.